In fact, we are currently getting a breaking news update. NSA Ajit Doval is set to meet his Russian counterpart in the national capital today. Republic has learned that the CIA chief William Burns will also be a part of this meeting. So, Abhishek Kapoor on the phone line with us. Abhishek, good morning. Give us more details of what we are learning.
Nupur, I have to correct there. CIA Chief William Burns just happens to be in New Delhi. In fact, he has had a separate meeting with the NSA. The Russian NSA and Indian NSA are having a separate meeting today. It just happenstance that the two are in town the same day. I believe the CIA chief would actually be leaving sometime in the afternoon. What this underscores is the importance that all these nations attribute to India in terms of the evolving Afghanistan situation. Remember, the information we had about Russian NSA's visit was clear and specific, that it is about the developments in Afghanistan and to coordinate efforts between the two nations and to make sure that A, peace prevails, B, the government is inclusive, which unfortunately has not happened. The manner in which Taliban have announced their cabinet yesterday, it's a clear giveaway to Pakistan. In fact, Pakistan gets government by proxy in Kabul, with the Haqqani network getting most of the important posts. So I think there would be a lot of strategizing with the Russian NSA by NSA Ajit Doval, and of course separately he also met the CIA chief William Burns, and that essentially underscores India's importance in the scheme of things in the evolving situation in Afghanistan.
Now, Abhishek, there's a very interesting comment that came in from the US president earlier this morning. He seemed to suggest that, this new regime in Taliban may just, be China's problem, because that's the comment that's come in. When he was asked about it, he said that it would be interesting to watch how China looks at that. What do you make of that?
Well, so, every nation which is in the neighborhood, essentially the Central Asian states and then Russia and China, they have concerns. Despite the fact that China has been very welcoming of the Taliban, they would have concerns about what consequences this government is going to have for their Xinjiang region, for example. So I think it's a very fluid situation. Every nation is waiting and watching and evolving. Remember, now that the government is there, yet we have heard from Turkey yesterday that they are in no hurry to recognize the government in Kabul. Similarly, Russians have said that we are not going to recognize this government anytime soon. So I think every nation is watching these developments with some trepidation. And yesterday's announcement by Taliban about the cabinet, or the structure of the cabinet, or the composition of the cabinet, raises the concerns even more. That's why these hectic parleys, what is important to underscore is that we are very much involved with all these nations to make sure that the kind of leverage that Pakistan is having with the government, with the Haqqani network getting in, I think the damage has to be limited. We are already seeing protests emerging across Afghanistan, not just Kabul. We have seen pictures coming in from Herat. We have seen pictures coming in even from Kandahar, which is the effective headquarters of the Taliban. So I think what is important is that these meetings are happening to make sure that the damage is limited, that even now attempts could be made to make sure that Taliban understand that inclusivism is important. There are still some cabinet positions left, so whether they can include some women, some Hazaras, some Tajiks. That is the litmus test which the Taliban has to pass, and the global community essentially coming together to make sure that Taliban are held to account in some way.
All right, Abhishek Kapoor, our senior executive editor, joining us on the developments that we are seeing in New Delhi right now. Thank you.